Today, I am exposing my entire $1 million business strategy. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what we sell for tens of thousands of dollars per client, every AI automation that exists, and even show you how we built our own AI SaaS for essentially free. And by the way, we did all of this with no code whatsoever. If you're like me, you think that AI software is extremely valuable, and it's a huge opportunity to make millions of dollars right now, but that doesn't mean it's easy. So if you're serious about creating real value and creating a real business, watch this video all the way to the end and get your notepad out because I'm going to be covering a lot really quickly. Okay, so this is a high level, our entire business strategy. So what I'm going to show you right now is what our agency offers to clients for tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, so I call this businesses of the future, but I'm going to explain it in the context of my business so you guys grasp the concept. So wgmymedia.com is our media company, and our media company consists of a blog, an Instagram account, and a newsletter. So our blog gets around 600 to 700,000 organic visitors through just articles. Then our Instagram, around 200,000 followers, and our newsletter, 75,000 subscribers. In our first month of sponsors, we did around $8,000 in sponsors and affiliate deals. So that is a media business. We are selling sponsorships. So to do that, we use Stripe and PayPal to accept payments. Our blog was built on WordPress, and we use Google Analytics to track the performance. For people who want to sponsor our platforms, they reach out to us through email, through Twitter, DM, Discord, whatever it may be. And then for team communication, for us to manage and fulfill those sponsors, we use Trello for task management, Notion, and Discord for internal team communication. Then to actually schedule and organize the sponsor post, we use Calendly, Google Calendar, and Wave for invoicing. And then of course, to track all of our customers or the sponsors, we use Airtable as our database and Notion. And then lastly, email automations for welcome sequences and our newsletter delivery, we use Beehive. And that is 15 different software tools. So no matter what company you run or what industry you're in, this is going to be true for you. Most companies use 10 to 15 different softwares to operate their business. And typically, to do this, you have to go to 15 different websites, 15 different tabs to use each one of these softwares. But what we've done at our agency is actually help companies build custom apps where it's one unified dashboard where they can track all their communication, they can look at all their analytics, all of their sales, all of their sponsors, every piece of information in their business, all in one place. So it's just like opening up a Discord or a Slack or an app on your computer. Now you have your own app, but it's internally for your company, which is really valuable. So let me give you an example of how we use it at our media company. So now for our company, I can look at our homepage and I can see all of our revenue. I can see who's sponsoring. I can see what platform they're sponsoring, all right here on one page. So we're pulling in WordPress, we're pulling in Airtable, we're pulling in Stripe. Then for task management, our Trello, I can see who on our team is doing what, who is talking to each sponsor, who is making the post. Everything I need to see within our whole company is right here in one page. And then this is probably the most valuable. We have so many different platforms that sponsors are reaching out to us, LinkedIn, Instagram, email, Twitter, Discord, that it's really hard to manage all of those different conversations. And so now every single message gets sent into one inbox and anyone on our team can see it and reply. But on the sponsor's end, it just feels like one account. So that way people can see where conversations were left off and anyone can be plugged in to continue that conversation with the sponsor. So if our salesperson in Germany is talking to a sponsor, but then they go to bed, I can just go see the conversation and pick up, and the sponsor would have no idea it's different people. So this has helped us so much internally and is really valuable for companies. And so on top of that, now we have an internal database of all of our sponsors. We can see who they are, how we worked with them in the past, what their scheduled posts are in the future. And of course, we have all of the invoice lists. A lot of times in the past, before we had this, we would have a sponsor schedule a certain date and not pay, but then our person that was in charge of posting still post it because they weren't talking to the finance team. But now we can clearly see if the invoice has actually been paid, so we don't give them a free post. Then you can actually go in and see the profile of each sponsor, so you know if we've worked with them in the past, what they've typically ordered before, and any sort of information you need to make sure you give the sponsor a good experience with everyone on your team. So this is how you scale a business. This is what people mean by systems and processes and organization. Having a custom CRM is super valuable, but the coolest thing about all of this is we build these with no code whatsoever. We just use drag and drop templates from Bubble. So if you don't know what Bubble is, it's just a no-code web app builder, kind of like Shopify for online stores. Bubble is for software. And so you can build the software that I just showed you with no code. We just use a CRM template from Bubble, and then we use make.com to pull in all those softwares. So we're just using Make's no-code API software to pull in all the different information, and then Bubble to lay it out the way that we like it, basically. So Make is like the engine of the car, pulling in all the different parts, and then Bubble is like the design, making it look good and packaging it the way the client wants. So that is what our agency offers, and this is an example that we've done for a mortgage lending company. So I referenced this on the channel like 6 or 7 months ago, but this is the final form that we delivered to our client, and this client is a mid-5-figure client. And so all that we do for him is pull in the 10 different software tools that he uses to manage his mortgage lending company. So he has about 50 different salespeople or bankers selling loans. And now he can see the performance as a whole of their company. How many loans are they processing? How much money have they made? But also he can see the individual performance of specific salespeople, so he can know which ones he needs to coach and work with, or which ones are rock stars and he should reward. On top of that, now he makes one central place for every single document that people that are applying for loans need. On top of that, if people are missing a document, we've automated email follow-up so the salespeople don't have to do that themselves. And then of course, any of the relevant information that you need to qualify someone for a loan can just be filled in this one place. So hopefully that makes sense. 9 different tools that are pulled in automatically. But the coolest thing is now we can weave AI into this custom dashboard anywhere that it makes sense. So this is what I call advanced AI automation. And this is what I think is the biggest opportunity right now to charge a premium price at your agency. So for us, we found 8 different ways to add AI to the mortgage lending company. And so the first one is Anthropic or Claude, where you can talk to any document. So you just upload a 50-page PDF and you ask it questions. For mortgage lending, there's a lot of compliance, a lot of regulations. And so we just uploaded all those documents, and now the employees can just talk to those documents if they need a refresher on a regulation. If they need a refresher on the rule, when in the past, they would have to go ask a manager. So that's already a huge win for their management team. But next are OpenAI and Phantom Buster. Phantom Buster is just a way to manage leads and automate the follow-up process or the nurturing process. Bard is just a cheaper open API and it's a little faster. Whisper is just a transcribing tool to turn audio into text. And so when their salespeople are on a call, it can take the words they're saying and then actually fill out the form automatically. Then we use Chatbase and Pinecone to create custom chatbots on the company's private data internally so they can have their own custom AI model. And then Browse AI is the best way to pull in information from the internet and scrape website data. So those are the 8 AI tools that we put into the mortgage lending tool. This is why we were able to charge mid-5 figures for this client. And so here are all of the AI automations that we have seen that we think are possible. So I'm not going to go through them. If you want to read them all, just pause the video and look through them. And so these can all be very useful for a variety of different businesses based on what they do. And by the way, we have a pack of all of these automations pre-built. They're just make.com templates. So if you want to save some time and just have all of these built, you can actually go to our website and purchase those, or you can just make them yourself. Again, they were all made on make.com. So check out our Make Automations pack if you want to save some time. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. But guys, that is what our agency does. We make unified custom CRM dashboards for companies, and it on average saves them 30% of their time through organization and just better systems. So it's super valuable. I think it's the most valuable thing you can offer to a business because that's how you scale. A lot of people are sloppy, a lot of companies are unorganized, and this is what you do to seamlessly grow your business. So at our agency, WGMI Labs, we have been testing the productized monthly subscription pricing model, where basically anyone can sign up in one click. For $6,000 a month, they get unlimited development. So there's no hidden costs, there's no long-term commitment. You can pause or cancel at any time, and you get unlimited tasks and revisions, unlike typical development agencies where you're locked into a $40,000 budget with very set deliverables. This is a much more flexible strategy. So how this works is that they can just build out each piece of their CRM month by month. So for the first month, we'll just focus on the messaging section. Then the second month, we'll build the custom analytics dashboard. And the third month, we'll build a different feature that they want. And so this has been a win-win, and it's how we're able to charge tens of thousands of dollars per client and save those companies hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you're a business owner and you want a custom dashboard, check out our agency, wgmilabs.com, and we'll be happy to serve you. Guys, that is what our agency offers: custom CRMs and AI automations within those CRMs. So that's what I call advanced AI automation, and I think it's one of the most valuable services any agency can offer. But if you watch my channel, you guys know I have a philosophy that the only reason we have the agency is to cash flow and make us money so we can take that money and invest it into a higher leverage business model. Agencies are great. They make you a lot of money, but if you really want to make millions or tens of millions of dollars like I do, you have to have a better vehicle, aka a higher leverage business model. And software is undoubtedly the best business model because you make it once, you can sell it to thousands of people, you can charge monthly recurring revenue so you get paid every single month, and you build enterprise value, meaning you can sell the company for a 10x multiple sometimes. And that is what we've done over the last 9 months. We have been running our newsletter and running our agency, stacking up cash, and then taking that cash and investing it into building our own AI software. So that's how we're building our software for essentially free. So I want to introduce you guys to AI no-code SaaS because our AI software was built the exact same way we're building those custom dashboards. We're doing all of this with no code. We're using Bubble and Make to build actual fully functioning software as a service. So this is something that I think is groundbreaking, and it's simpler than you might think. First, you just need to solve the problem that you have, then identify your advantages. No matter who you are, everyone has a unique set of knowledge, network, or skills. So if you have a unique knowledge in an industry, then you're going to be able to identify problems that other people won't see. If you have a unique network, maybe you have some influencer friends, or maybe you have a friend that has that knowledge. This way, you can set yourself apart from anyone else. I like to think of it as, are you the best person for this business? Not what is the best business? Are you the right person? And do you have an unfair advantage that makes it so you will be better than someone else running this business? So that is how you need to think about your advantages. Alex Becker, for example, he was selling info products, running a lot of ads. And when he was selling his courses, he realized that Facebook wasn't reporting the actual amount of sales. He would run ads and he would get 3 sales, but Facebook only said 1. But he was trusting Facebook and turning off ads because they said that they were unprofitable, but they really were profitable. So he realized that that was a problem because he was in the industry and saw it firsthand, where if you're not running Facebook ads, you would never know that problem even existed. And then, of course, Alex Becker went on to sell that company for over $100 million. So that's what I mean by finding a problem that you have, then identifying your advantages, and then bringing it to market. And so for us, how we identified our problem for our software was we have a newsletter, and it's really well written because we hired an amazing writer on our team, Dylan. Shout out to Dylan. But we kept getting messages from random people that were reading our newsletter offering to pay Dylan thousands of dollars per week per newsletter to write for them. And so we're like, okay, this is clearly a problem. A lot of people want to start a newsletter, but they don't have time or the writing skills. So let's try to solve that problem. And so voila, that's how we came up with our AI software tool. It's basically a writing tool for newsletters. And then our advantages, obviously we're a media company, so we have the distribution, we have the blog, we have the newsletter, this channel. So we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We just need to make a good product and get it out there. Then of course, our network, I have a lot of friends that are influencers that could help us get it out there. And of course, our knowledge. Since we run a newsletter, we know exactly how that process works. So those were our advantages and why we decided to go all in on this software idea. So that's it. That is my $1 million business strategy for 2023. So end of the video, but if you're a fan of mine, I want to make something very clear. So if any of you have watched my channel, I've been talking about AI no-code SaaS, AI agencies over the last 9 months. And this is what we've been doing since I started talking about those 9 months ago. Now we're gearing up to roll out our own AI no-code software, and I'm just flat out excited about it. But I want to be very transparent with you guys. This YouTube channel is obviously designed so I can help educate people, and I get a lot of fulfillment out of that. But at the same time, it is a vehicle to help grow our business. So over the next month or so, I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos that will be extremely educational and extremely valuable, but they will also be in line with our software, because I think the information will help a lot of you, and our software tool is an extension of that. So over the next month, pay attention to how I'm rolling it out on this channel, because yes, the content is designed to help you, but also it is pretty strategic in the way to get people to sign up to the software. And I'm saying this to you to lift the veil, lift the curtain, so you can actually take notes and see how I'm doing it, so then you can mimic it, imitate it, add it to your business, and hopefully see the same success. So guys, that is 100% me exposing exactly what we are doing at our business. That is what our agency offers to make tens of thousands of dollars per client. Those are all the AI automations that we are using. That is our plan with our AI no-code software, and I'm super excited to roll this out. So have a great day. I will see you in the next one.